What if we use the 8GB RTX 4060 Ti to play the latest games on the Ultrawide 1440p monitor? Because why not? Let's find out. I paired the MSI Gaming X Trio RTX 4060 Ti with the Ryzen 5 7600X CPU as part of the Be Quiet PC build powered by MSI. And to experience the games today, we are using the OLED 175Hz MSI 341 CQP monitor. This is one of my favorite gaming monitors. If you've never tried OLED, then you should. And don't worry about burn-in, because MSI has OLED Care 2.0 feature installed on this monitor to minimize that risk. If you're interested in any of the products featured in this video, you can find them at the links in the description below. By the way, we are really close to 1000 subscribers milestone on the iVadim Unbox channel. Please help us get there faster. Just follow the link in the description below or simply search iVadim Unbox on YouTube. Let's start with God of War Ragnarok. This is not the most graphically demanding game. Still, I think it makes sense not to go for the highest graphics quality preset, which would have been Ultra, and stick to one level lower, high graphics quality preset. We'll begin with native resolution, no DLSS resolution upscaling for now, just to get a feel for what the 4060 Ti is capable of. And check it out, it's not too bad. We're getting 40 plus FPS. Although on such a wide monitor, I really want to see at least 60 FPS, because 40 plus FPS on such a wide monitor does look much choppier than it does on something like a normal 16:9. But in terms of memory resource management, at the moment we're doing quite well. Around 7 GB VRAM usage and close to 14 GB DRAM. Let's enable DLSS quality mode. Wow, this is actually surprising. I did not expect it to be this playable. Check it out. We're getting 70 plus FPS and 60 plus in this scene. That is nice. When we are riding the boat with the boy, FPS stays above 60. The game looks pretty good with DLSS set to quality mode on this monitor. And by that I mean I can't see the difference between using native resolution and DLSS quality. Let's do some fighting to see what that's like. You see those graphs in the bottom left corner? Frame time as well as frame rate, they're pretty smooth. And that's what we want to see. Although, oh my god, I'm getting pounded over here. Yeah, even during the combat, we are getting really close to 60 FPS. Although there are some dips just below 60 from time to time. I think this is a pretty good experience, but if you want more FPS, we could lower DLSS quality further to balanced, and that means that's 820p upscaled to 1440p ultra-wide. At this DLSS quality level, the image starts looking just a little tiny bit blurrier than I would have liked. Although in a pinch with such a GPU, I think it is acceptable to use DLSS set to balanced. Because we are on a budget and, you know, having $380 GPU pull off this kind of experience, ultra-wide 1440p, that is something to behold. Let's see. Oh yes, now we are not getting dips below 60 even during the same combat scene. The FPS stays above 60 and sometimes even reaching above 70. I would say that this is a more stable and pleasant experience overall, even though it's not as sharp. It's fine. I could enjoy the game like this, no issues. But another way to go about increasing performance is just lowering graphics quality. So let's set DLSS back to quality and reduce preset to medium instead. On DLSS quality, the image definitely looks clearer, If you have good eyesight, then you will definitely notice. However, in the heat of combat, or when you're just walking about, I think the differences between DLSS balanced and DLSS quality are minimal. But take a look at this performance. We're now staying above 70 FPS instead of above 60. This is not bad. It's a pretty fluid experience. Because this is a 175Hz monitor, we can see every extra frame. I think both set of settings are pretty good, and it looks like the boy approves. Kratos? Judging by his face, not so much. Either way, I had a good time in God of War Ragnarok using the 4060 Ti. Next up is Black Myth Wukong, and this is a much more graphically demanding game compared to God of War, so I think we should aim for a good experience using the high graphics quality preset. We also have very high and cinematic. I think it is unreasonable to expect the 4060 Ti to deliver a good experience using the highest graphics quality presets. High is what I would be aiming for if I were playing this game on the 4060 Ti using this monitor. And let's start with native resolution, just to see what it's gonna be like in terms of performance. While 40 plus FPS is not horrible, I still think that we should aim for at least 60 FPS in this kind of game. At least I know for sure that I'm not going to enjoy this particular game if I'm getting 40-ish FPS. Let's go ahead and enable DLSS resolution upscaling. Let's set it to 68%. This is equivalent to DLSS quality mode. And this is a completely different story. We're getting above 60 FPS in this scene, but I know for sure that we will get drops below 60 in other scenes. Like this one here, I think I've seen 59 or 58 FPS. But this feels good. And the image quality is okay. Even when looking at really thin objects, such as those pine trees, the foliage looks fine. Let's go ahead and check out more fights and more scenes, especially this one near the water. Yes, let's go. That guy is done. We're still getting close to 60 FPS. Oh, there we go. 59 FPS, 58, 57. So there will be certain scenes in the game where the FPS will drop below 60 slightly, and possibly even closer to 50 in other extremely GPU demanding scenes. But I think that this experience is pretty darn good. And the graphics look beautiful. On high graphics preset, this game still looks gorgeous. And most importantly, the on the character's head still looks okay. Because most of the time when you're messing with resolutions, yeah, that's the first thing that you'll notice. The character's head will start looking really pixelated because of the fur that it's got. DLSS truly is the MVP of this test, because this is a 4060 Ti, 8GB, running the, well, not the, but one of the most graphically demanding games of 2024. And we're getting playable, not even playable, but enjoyable experience. I wonder what the game will look like if we use DLSS set to balanced mode, that is 58%. Let's set it and see what happens. The performance is better. We're now getting a few FPS more, and it is possible that we won't get dips below 60 this time. Check it out. No dips below 60 so far. This is pretty good. Let's see in this area over here. Still staying above 60 consistently. 61, 62, that was the lowest that we've seen so far. In terms of image quality, the character's fur doesn't look as good. It is getting a little bit pixelated, so if you like inspecting Wukong, then you probably will not like that. But generally, when you're just moving about, fighting, it doesn't bother me that much. Let's take a look at the foliage with the pine trees. Yeah, it looks okay. Personally, I think I would pick this set of settings with DLSS set to balanced and graphics quality on high. The main reason is higher FPS, because I want to dodge properly in this game to make sure that I'm winning. And higher FPS helps me do that. There you go. I think we have achieved a good experience in Wukong using the 4060 Ti. I'm actually surprised. I did not expect it to work out in this particular game, because I really did not want to lower that graphics quality to medium. That's where the game starts looking a bit meh. The last game we are going to have a look at today is Space Marine 2. I think we should aim to achieve a good experience using high graphics quality preset, not ultra. Let's start with native resolution, so no DLSS resolution upscaling for now, but I have a feeling that we'll have to turn it on eventually. This game is an absolute pleasure to play on the ultra-wide monitor. Yeah, this is just whole next level of experience compared to 16:9. In the starting area we are getting 40 plus FPS. That's not promising. And indeed, this is not a good experience. 40 plus FPS. The game looks a little slow and choppy. This is not the way to go. I think we should start using DLSS resolution upscaling right away. Let's go for quality mode first and see how that goes. And this is much better. Take a look at that. That was a huge performance improvement. From 40 plus to 60 plus. And the image looks fine. No issues visually. This is enjoyable. However, I know for sure that once we encounter a large group of enemies, that FPS may drop drastically. So let's find us a horde or a swarm to fight. Yeah, this is a swarm. Let's go. Filthy bugs. Eliminate the enemy. Yes. And this one as well. Get lost. That experience was quite enjoyable. No issues there. I mean, we could aim for higher FPS, but even this here feels fine. But I'll tell you right away, I think we will have to lower some graphics quality and possibly DLSS, because that wasn't the most demanding scene in the game. There wasn't a lot of enemies we were fighting. So we do need to account for that. Let's see how the game looks if we enable DLSS balanced mode. In terms of image quality, it looks okay. Oh my, this is a tough enemy. No, you stay back. This demon is right on my ass. He doesn't want to let go. Oh my god. I died. Come on, my guys, please. Yes, thank you for the revive, my dear bot friend. Let's heal. Oh my. Oh, but we're still staying above 60 FPS even with all these enemies around us. Check it out. Oh my. This is carnage. Let's see. Oh, this guy. He's so annoying. 62, 61 FPS, 59. We did get the drop below 60, but it was just 59 FPS. That's pretty good. Oh my, what happened? Ah, I thought that my execution didn't work. But as it turns out, I was victorious. Yeah, this is good. I think that I would play this game using these settings. High preset for the graphics and balanced preset for DLSS resolution upscaling. In conclusion, I'm actually a little bit surprised how well the RTX 4060 Ti did paired with the ultra-wide 1440p monitor. This experience is possible only thanks to DLSS resolution upscaling. Yeah, this technology came a long way from being unusable and unpleasant to very much enjoyable in 2024. I think what we've learned here is that to enjoy gaming on the ultra-wide 1440p monitor, you don't even have to have a high-tier GPU. You can use something relatively cheap like the 8GB 4060 Ti. However, while this experience is still fine, I recommend getting at least the RTX 4070 or the 4070 Super, which is even better, to play games on this monitor. Let me know what you think about this setup. And if you're interested in any of the products featured in this video, including the full list for this PC build, it will be in the description below, available on Amazon. If you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to reward my work with a like, that helps out a lot, and subscribe for more if you haven't already. It was I, Vadim. Until next time.